So, you know how in Logan it was a future story that dealt with an old hero who felt retired, but then felt himself get dragged to be a hero again in the spotlight? Well, take every good character and nuance kind of thing they were doing with Logan, and you basically just have Rambo Last Blood. Yeah, guys, I gotta be real with you. Rambo Last Blood, not great. Now, I'm not saying this is the worst movie I've seen all year. Trust me, I've seen a lot worse. But this movie was just not good. This movie was I will say that if given the choice, I would watch this again. Like, if this came on in the afternoon, I would not be opposed to watching it again. Because there are some things that made me go, oh, okay, that's cool. And there are some neat stuff in here. But really, this is like a matinee movie at best, if you ask me. This is something me and my dad watched together, and it does feel like it's trying to be Logan without all the nuance. That's what the problem is. It just feels like Logan without all the nuance and character stuff. It really... In fact, it doesn't even feel like a Rambo movie. It really doesn't feel like a Rambo movie. It just feels like a generic revenge movie that just has Rambo as a tagline. I feel like Rocky, I call him Rocky, goddammit. Sylvester Stallone just can't, when he was part of the movie, he was like, hey, why don't we just make it a Rambo movie, huh? So, yeah. Now, let me talk about the good. The good in here is that, of course, Sylvester Stallone kills it. He really sucks all of the... Granted, there's not a lot of great actors in here. There's not a lot of great... Stallone's really the only good actor in here. And also, I will admit that there are some just gruesome and great kills in here. It was kind of fun watching this movie with my dad, because my dad loves these kind of movies about morally gray characters. I'm surprised he's not even a Punisher fan. It blows my mind. But the big thing was, he's kind of used to movie kills, but there are just some straight-up, slasherville, Rambo comes at these guys like Jason fucking Voorhees, and brutally kills most of them. There are some that I looked over to my dad, and he would just be like, oh my god. He would jump at some of them, because they're just so brutal in here. There's just some violent deaths in this movie that makes you go, whoa. I hope a kid doesn't see this. Because, yeah, there are just whoa. There are some moments in here that made me go, oof, god damn, But at the same time, I was like, that was really cool. And I also enjoyed the practical effects. I really enjoyed the use of the practical effects in here. I always enjoyed, not to say I'm one of those, oh, fuck CGI, all you need is practical effects. I'm not one of those people. But whenever I see practical effects, and whenever they're done well, yeah, then I give it some praise. And there's some good practical effects in here that really, again, I think the studio that was behind these effects were also the guys who did the effects for some of the Friday the 13th movies, if I am not mistaken. But I could be wrong. Anyway. But other than the kills and everything else, this is a kind of boring movie. Really, you don't feel anything, it just has to remind you, hey, his name's John Rambo, it's not Joe Schmo, which it could have easily been, because like I said, had it not, this movie could have just been a generic revenge movie, and not a good one, and people wouldn't have gone and seen it, had it not been the fact that it was called a Rambo, it had Rambo in the movie. Honestly, at this point, I would have liked to have seen that Rambo vs. Predator movie everyone talked about doing. No, really, there was a point where there was supposed to be a Rambo vs. Predator movie, and honestly, I would watch that over this, because really, you couldn't sink any lower with Rambo and Predator at this moment. Anywho. What else was with this movie? There are just some moments in here that just, they just skip over things, okay, so you guys probably wonder, well, what's John's whole thing with this young girl, and this family? They don't explain it. they don't explain why John just lives with these people. They don't, they retcon some stuff here and there. And yeah, again, this really gives credence to, I feel like this wasn't meant to be a Rambo movie to begin with. Because they don't reference where this guy, why John really lives with him. I mean, they say he lived there because of the girl's father who turned out to be abusive, but even then, like, it feels really forced. Also, the young actress they got, oh man, she is wooden. She is wooden as fuck. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the thing, is that you don't feel for anything from the other characters. You just get this sense of, wow, these characters mean nothing to me, and I don't understand. I just have to be told again and again that John is this girl's father. He's not really the biological father. He just helped raise her. But they don't really go into too in-depth of a detail as to what the whole connection was. Like I said. They also don't really do much in terms of characterizing the villains, but then again, they're just here to be cannon fodder. And the villains don't even feel like a threat. They really do not feel like a threat at all. They just all feel like cannon fodder. Also, when you came here to see the tunnels, they don't explain, because John builds this series of tunnels. And I understand, that's just all for the final act, which that's where all the trailer action is, just FYI. I don't feel bad spoiling this movie for you guys. But the big thing with this movie was, yeah, John builds these tunnels. Why is he building these tunnels? They never explain it. The only reason he's building these tunnels is to drive the plot into having that final scene where he's fucking killing everybody. That's literally it. That is literally the only reason I can think of he's building those tunnels, because in the back of his mind he's like, hey, I'm gonna kill a shit ton of people one day in these tunnels, and it's gonna be really fucking cool. I know, my Stallone sucks. I apologize profusely. But that's the thing! Like, that's the only reason they talk, they don't give any reason for it other than it's just gonna look cool, and because the idea of him building the tunnels just before the final act would have been too unbelievable. Here, he's just been working on them because he's bored, I guess. I really don't fucking know. I really don't know, guys. So, I don't even think if you're a major Rambo fan, I would go see Last Blood. This just feels like Logan without all the nuance and character study and great acting and great characters and, if you want to see a better version of this, like I said, just go see Logan. Just go watch Logan. Just go watch Logan. You're better off for it. That's all I'm saying. You are way better off watching Logan than this. Anyway, so yeah. There you go, guys. Like I said, there are some good moments in here, but but that last act is literally what you came for. If they just showed that would have been fine. And there's some good I will admit there's some good kills in here and there. But really, this is a matinee movie at best. If you really want to go see it in theaters, I would not pay full price for it. But I would say, maybe a rental if you really are interested and want to see people die horribly. Because there's some, like I said, there's some in here that are just really wow, why wasn't John Rambo a DLC in Mortal Kombat 11? I literally thought that while watching some of these kills. But, yeah. Anyway. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much my review. If you guys saw Rambo Last Blood, what did you guys think of it? Did you guys like it? Hate it? Comment below. Let me know. I'm very curious to see if anyone did see it. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on the whole matter. Anyway. So, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.